Hey, well, that was an abrupt start there. I don't know what happened. Just kind of just quit. Oh well. Here we are, guys. Thanks for hopping on here on a Sunday afternoon here, and it's kind of an odd time, but it's kind of the best time I could get it fit in. This busy, getting closer to Christmas time, so I won't keep you guys real long. With this episode because I know everybody has other things to do, and I just appreciate each and every one being here. Arnie, Doug, guys at Pepper Tree, thanks so much. Thanks so much for hopping on here. And so this we have this episode and two more uh, for live streams here on um, before Christmas. Well, might try to squeeze one more. Do not do not don't quote me on that. I'll try what I can, but definitely this one and two more. And if you're listening to the podcast, we have this one and three more because my special Christmas Eve message episode. I determined I'm going to keep that podcast only. Something about just listening instead of watching and listening just feels a little bit more um, intentional, if you will. So yeah, yeah, you like those Firestones back there? Yeah, those were from we had I put those up last week and they really look great, up there. And I think so what's me and Ken is we're talking about is sometimes it's the cover more than maybe what's on the album. But I was talking to Ken afterwards. I'll save that for the podcast episode. For those that are new here, this is a live recording of the podcast. This one will be a little bit more interactive with the chat because I'm by myself and I'm running down a list. So the chat usually helps kind of spur those along. But all right, I'll go ahead and get a drink, and we'll just go ahead and start the episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Christmas Clatter. Today is the 11th as of the recording, so goodness, Christmas is drawing closer and closer. Time is getting away from us. There's fewer and fewer times and dates available to squeeze anything in. So please enjoy your holidays out there. Hey Ben, how you doing? It's good to have you in the chat, sir. Um, for those listening to the podcast, this episode will be a little bit more chat focused as I'm flying solo and running down a list. The chat helps kind of spur the conversation along a little bit. So if you're ever interested in being a part of that chat, we are Wednesdays uh, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is a special Sunday afternoon edition of Christmas Clatter. These will not happen very often, but probably like once around the holidays. So um, this was a episode I promised about maybe a month ago or so when I did the 10 greatest Christmas songs of all time. Hey Morgan, how you doing? Uh, you're one of the reasons, Morgan, why I chose this time because I know you are faithful in watching the replays and wanted to have a opportunity for you to hop on live. I know it's late there where you are, but thanks for taking time to hop in, bub. And so I promised this. And I was going to do a standalone video, and I thought, you know what? I think the reaction to it would be better, and I'll get more into my uh, justifications for these songs and stuff and my thought processes as we get closer to that point. Um, the other thing, if you remember from last week's episode, where there's a giveaway going on for a Christmas collector's starter pack. If you're interested in, getting uh, three of the seven Firestone records and a Funko Pop to, um, start your Christmas collecting, please go to christmasclatter.com or .com. Nope, don't do .com. Do christmasclatter.live slash uh, uh, collection and fill out that form there. And it's just going to be a random drawing, which I'll be doing on Wednesday's episode, on the regular scheduled episode. And so That we'll do that. And speaking of Wednesday, Chris Sicily of um, Christmas Time in the City podcast and also helps produce Christmas Countdown podcast will be joining us. We're going to kind of do a rundown of this year's Christmas movies that released. Not like all the Hallmark movies or anything, just kind of an overview of all of them. Uh, I've only got seen one of them so far. I'm hoping to get a Christmas Story Christmas in soon, and especially before Wednesday. But we'll see how that goes, and so that will be coming up this Wednesday, and me and Chris can just talk about anything for a while. So let's just and then the Wednesday before Christmas, which will be more than it will be the last live stream before Christmas. It's just going to be a Q&A episode, kind of a maybe a Christmas party kind of thing. Just nothing real intensive or anything. Just kind of a last hoorah before the holiday is upon us. So, and anything else before I get to what my top 10 favorite Christmas songs are? There's something I planned on doing this year, and we'll do it right here, right now. Last year, I tried mince pies for the very first time in my whole life and fell in love with them. So delicious. So this year, I'm trying some figgy pudding for the first time. So I'm going to do that right here in front of you guys. I've never had figgy pudding in my life. So this is my first bite, live reaction. See if I like it, see if I don't. But yeah, hopefully, hopefully it's good. I'm sure it's not going to be bad because people just rave and rave about it. So if you're a figgy pudding fan out there, let me know. Should I take a heaping bite of it or a nibble? When you try something new, do you take a heaping bite or just a nibble? So yeah. Hey Ken. Hey Matt. Thanks for hopping in here, guys. The 20th. Don't let me forget the 20th of December. I will be hopping on with the official Ken on YouTube and going over the top 5 um, true crime events that happen at Christmas. So that'd be December the 20th. It's a Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central. Take a it'd be on live on YouTube and on the official Ken. So pay attention to the social medias. I'll be posting more about that as it comes. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna take a full bite. What's that one guy from Cupcake Wars? He's like, I could taste all the flavors. I want to make sure I get all the flavors in there. So that's pretty good. Mm, that's pretty good. Very raisiny. It's got a real strong raisin flavor. Some nuts. It's got a nice texture. Um, but yeah, I like that. It kind of tastes like the ends. It kind of tastes like the inside of a mince pie to me. So um, that's always nice. Yeah, who made it? The store. The store made it. So yeah, but yeah, that was pretty good. I just had to pop it in the microwave a little bit. It's not a. I guess it'd be different if someone like you know, really like made it. But man, that's pretty good. Like I said, it tastes like the inside of a mince pie, and the mince pies I had reminded me of Fig Newtons, which I like. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one that's a giant bite. If it looks good, it's a giant bite. If I don't think it looks good, then it's a nibble. I discriminate in that way. So yeah. So guys, my top 10 favorite Christmas songs. Now, well, that was a weird throat noise. Yeah, I wonder if that came over the YouTube's there. But Um, Here was my thinking on this. You know, at first it's like I said it was going to be my top 10 favorite Christmas songs, was what I said I would do. And I started picking those songs, and then I thought, well, sometimes your favorites change, so it's not going to be like locked in, because my favorite meal used to be Chef Boyardee roller coasters with meatballs. I don't spoiler alert, that's not on my top 10 list anymore. So, you know, so, favorites change. So I thought, well, what if I did like, if I had to pick 10 songs to put on an album, to take to a desert island, and then I thought, well, that's more of a top 10 essentials Christmas songs, which is different than favorites. I mean, water is essential, but it's not my favorite. Um, so I just waffled back and forth, and then I said, just forget it. I said my favorite, my top 10 favorite ones. So I looked back a couple years ago. Me and Dwayne at Tinsel Tunes um, did a countdown showdown thing where we picked our 50 favorite Christmas songs and then went head to head for 50 days till Christmas. This list is vastly different than that one in the top 10. And uh, so I thought, it's favorite. I could probably do this every year and have different songs, because this Christmas is, the way I feel and see things and the way things are going will be different next year than they were than the year before. So what I kind of did was I just made a list of about, I don't know, 20, 25 songs that I really enjoy. And I did go to, we use YouTube Music. I did go to YouTube Music to see which songs I kind of searched up the most, kind of thing, just to see which ones I were hunting, that I was hunting down. And then I just started running through the songs in like a college basketball tournament style. It's like, would I listen to this song over this one? Would I listen to this one over this one? And then when I got down to it, I was really happy with the list. So this is a favorites. It's not a best, you know, as far as like what I think is actually like the best written or the best performed or the best whatever's are. This isn't the most important, not a most essential. And if your song's not on the list, the song that you love, it doesn't mean I don't love it or like it either. Just because it's on the list doesn't mean I don't have any love. It just means it's just not on my list quite as high. So that's why I wore my little "Don't get your tinsel in a tangle" hat. Because everybody thinks that just because I pick waffles over pancakes, that doesn't mean I hate pancakes. You know, I'll happily eat a stack of pancakes with you. So, with that being said, if anybody in the chat can guess my number one song right now, before we get to it, uh, then I will send you a Christmas card with some stickers and stuff in it. So, but you got to make that, you got to make the guess right now. And I have a feeling that it's a song that is on zero people's list. I don't even know how many top 10 lists it would make with people. Yeah, waffles are the right answer. Waffles are the right answer. That is facts. So, you know, did I say that in last week's episode about waffles at their best are better than pancakes at their best? But pancakes are easier to make good. Something like that. See, pancakes are easier to make good, but waffles at their best is better than pancakes at their best. Something like that. I had a better way of saying that, but let's not waste any more time. And let's get into this top 10 list. This is my top 10 favorite Christmas songs. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to start off this top 10 list with song number 12 or honorable mention, that kind of thing. So, in this one, really, I really thought about it long and hard, but it just didn't quite make the list. And that is Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande. I've When the first time I heard this song, I loved it and still does, still gets lots of play. It just a happy pop song. Um, it's kind of like I've almost have this theory that's almost like um, the answer to, or the more responsible version of Last Christmas. Where it's like Last Christmas was, you know, he gave his heart away, and then got ruined. And but she's like asking Santa like advice. Should I trust this person or not? Very very much more responsible aspect of a song. But it's not a long song. Well, none of these songs are terribly long, but it's just fun. And it kind of has that almost like you're going to see this theme a lot in all these songs. And that's one thing I learned about myself. The Phil Spector wall of sound kind of vibe and aspect is in a lot of these songs. So uh, I was like, oh, well, I see a pattern here, But this definitely has that, even though it's more of a modern pop song, and it's just a lot of fun. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but this is one that definitely was very very close, and it's just an honorable mention here. Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande. This next song is probably off one of my favorite albums of recent years that came out in 2018. And this song would have definitely made the top 10. But it's not a Christmas song. So I couldn't justify it to myself to put it in the top 10. So um so it's getting an honorable mention, but if it was a Christmas song, it would definitely be there. And that is Ingrid Mickelson's cover of What Are You Doing New Year's Eve from her songs for the season. And yeah, yeah, this is a definitely a great album, start to finish Christmas album. Even if you're more into traditional Christmas music, you will love this album. But this "What Are You Doing New Year's Eve" is a great song anyway. But her version I just absolutely love, and if it was a Christmas song, it would be in my top 10. So yeah, it is great. If you haven't checked this album out or this song, please do so. And I appreciate it. Yeah. Ben says, my list would only consist of artists who recorded before I was alive. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I have some of those on here. I have a few. Well, yeah. There's a fair representation of people before I'm alive. Late 50s. Well, Ben, I didn't think you were more than 48 years old. So that's shocker. Must be good genes. So yeah. Well, alrighty. Let's move on to the top 10. There will be some songs on here that people will. Well, let me say that again. There will be some songs on here that people will be outraged are not on here, but that's fine. Because these are my favorite Christmas songs. Now, this is one artist that everybody expects to be on your top 10 list, but the song that you expect it to be is different. A lot of people, when they see Andy Williams, expect it to be the most wonderful time of the year. Um, that song is not on my list of my top 10 favorites. However, from the same album, his version of The First Noel has just tore me to pieces this year. I just can't get enough of this song. I don't know if it's because The Most Wonderful Time of the Year is one of those songs that I've heard a lot, and I don't want to say that the love is wore off, but this is favorite. Some of it's kind of right here and now, you know. But I heard this song. It kind of just came up randomly on listening, to a shuffle of some playlist or something, and I can't get enough of it. I just love this his version of the first Noel. Will be on my top 10 of her favorite for next year. I'm not sure, but I kind of like rediscovered it this year, and I cannot get enough of it. And this is probably the only song on the list that is kind of like that much in flux, because this was if What Are You Doing New Year's Eve was a Christmas song, then the first Noel would be honorable mention. So for those Andy Williams fans out there, I love Andy Williams. He is all Christmas all the time, but his first Noel is what is really enjoying right now. And Holly says that this year she's just, and she has been. It's a great song. "Let It Be Christmas" by Alan Jackson has been the song, kind of like uh, Andy Williams' first Noel for me. It's just kind of that song that it's like the theme of that Christmas, you know. And this next song is a song that's kind of, everybody talks about it's the most wonderful time of the year, kind of being that when you hear it, it's Christmas time, kind of get you in the mood song. This next song has actually taken that place, or has equaled that level of the most wonderful time of the year for me. Because when I hear it, I just start singing along. It makes me happy. I just get all the Christmas vibes and smile on my face. And that is "We Need a Little Christmas," Johnny Mathis. I just hear that and it's like haul out the holly, put up the tree before my spirit falls again. I mean, come on. What a great song. I've always loved this song. We used to sing this. I mentioned here a few weeks ago that we did for our church did a Christmas Carol rendition. This song was a part of what we had to sing as a group and stuff. And I liked it then, but just for some reason, this song it's like the quintessential Christmas theme song kind of thing. Yeah, I get. Ben says Johnny Mathis creeps him out. I get that, man. I get it. but um, but I just really the lyrics of this song are really great, and really happy and fun. And I love the album cover, this really great 1980s album cover here. So yeah, this is one song that just makes me happy. And so it makes number 9 on my list. Now, number 8 might be a song and an artist that not everybody is overly familiar with. Um, about 12 years ago, he wrote a song. Hey, Dwayne, thanks for hopping in here, man. He wrote a song and it was really great. And then there was an artist, little known country artist, picked it up, um, named Blake Shelton, and blew it out of the water. And it was called "God Gave Me You." But Dave Barnes has a "Very Merry Christmas" is the name of his album. It's a great album from start to finish. Came out in 2010, and the song "Very Merry Christmas" has been one of my favorites ever since. The whole album, like I said, start to finish is great, but "Very Merry Christmas" is absolutely wonderful. It's got a cool vibe to it. I wish YouTube would let me play a little bit to it, but it's kind of this song. Do you remember the Maxwell House coffee commercial where the guy comes home from like the army, and the girl's on the couch and he's like shh, and they make the coffee and wake up the whole family, and everybody's happy and drinking coffee, and it's Christmas morning with snow on the ground. This song, "Very Merry Christmas" by Dave Barnes, like epitomizes the feelings of that Maxwell House coffee commercial. It's got so much Christmas feels in it and vibes that it's just the whole album, start to finish, is incredible. And if you're not familiar with Dave Barnes, he's a cool artist. He's a funny guy if you follow him on Instagram. But his album "Very Merry Christmas" and the song "Very Merry Christmas" is wonderful. In fact, on the whole album, there's not a stinker on the whole album. All the songs are really good. And if it's somebody you're not that familiar with, do yourself a favor and check it out. You will absolutely enjoy it. But this is one that gets played a lot. I get to listen to this a lot and really enjoy it. Now we come to that part of the episode where I have to mention this song. This song was labeled as, by the numbers, the greatest Christmas song of all time by the artist Mariah Carey. However, I like Michael Bublé's um, version much better. Uh, I just love it, just love it. Um, it's slower. It's more longing and kind of more reflective. It's just not a straight, you know, pop rendition. Kind of has a little bit more feel to it, a little bit more. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? There's just a different feeling on his delivery on this album that just makes "All I Want for Christmas Is You" different than the Mariah Carey and some of the other versions out there. He slows it down. It's a more of a, kind of a come home for Christmas kind of thing, and I just love it. Michael Bublé is incredible uh, artist anyway, and it's, of course, his Christmas album is iconic. Love him or hate him, but number 7, "All I Want for Christmas Is You," Michael Bublé's rendition is definitely one of my favorites um, this year for sure. This next one has been one of my favorites for a long time by one of my favorite bands. Um, it's sad we didn't get more Christmas music from these guys. Really sad. I think we got 2 Christmas songs, and one's about a rooster or something that I don't understand. You know, so really we got one Christmas song from this group, and that makes me sad. We needed more. It's a little too late now. Passed away not too terribly long ago. But "Christmas All Over Again" by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. It's like I said with you know we need a little Christmas now. Every time I hear the song, I'm instantly transformed to Christmas. Just I just love it. And it's one of those songs I constantly ask who to play over our kitchen things. You know what I mean? And just love it. We're we're Petty fans around here, and um, I'm sure you've heard this song. It gets played quite a bit all over the place. But it's the only real Christmas song we got from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And although it's a little sad, it's still a great Christmas song. Really, really great Christmas song. Something else I learned about myself doing this list. I only have one female artist on the top 10 list. Just one. You know, I'm not sure why that is. That's just the way it worked this year, I suppose. However, "Underneath the Tree" by Kelly Clarkson comes in at number 5. This is kind of one of those, it's kind of, I don't want to say it rivals Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You" as far as play and stuff, but it's getting close. And I just love this tree. And this is another one of those that has that like Phil Spector wall of sound kind of feel to it. And almost like the Ronettes kind of thing. It's just this album, Red, it was her first Christmas album, is is great. But I'm loving "Underneath the Tree" and have loved it ever since I heard it. And it's always been one that I seek out to listen to, and one I would listen to over many more. If you're unfamiliar with it, which I'm sure you hear it, this probably of all on the list. Well, I wouldn't say that. I was going to say it probably gets played most of all on the list. I'm not sure um, if that would be, um, you know, true or not. But yeah, it's definitely one you really really enjoy. And but underneath the tree by Kelly Clarkson is a wonderful wonderful song. And Dwayne thinks I should sing my number one song. I don't know if I guess I could, but I don't think anybody wants to hear it. It'd be a little tougher for me to sing, um, other than more so than most wonderful time of the year. So, but uh, definitely could. So, yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to edit this part out. Alrighty. Sorry, I had to get my phone shut down there for a second. But yeah, Kelly Clarkson. I don't know why I didn't have any more female artists in my top 10. So yeah, and but that's just the way it works. Like I said, this is my favorites. So um, that could change next year. I think when I did it with you, Dwayne, I think I definitely had more. I'd have to look, but I definitely had more. This next song is one of my all-time favorite Christmas songs, and usually it's one of my favorites, no matter who sings it. It's like if that song's on the album, it's going to be one of my favorites off that album by whatever artist that is, and that is "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." But my favorite version is Frank Sinatra. And see, this is a change because I think when me and Dwayne did our Countdown Showdown thing, Christina Aguilera's version was my favorite, but I've grown to love Frank's right now more, and I think it's going to stay that way for a long time. But I love this song. The song in general, just as a song, is one of my favorites. And every time I hear Frank Sinatra with those first few notes singing a cappella to open the song, then I I just love it. I just love it, love it, love it. And you can't go wrong with Frank Sinatra Christmas. You know, my mom and dad had this cassette tape called Frank Bing and Nat, and it was just I don't know 12 songs, and it was just those three guys' songs. And what a wonderful tape that was. I cannot find it on CD anywhere. I found it on tape a few places. Maybe I did find it on CD, but it was kind of one of those iffy kind of things. But anyway, it was wonderful, and you know, we get those crooners crooning around Christmas. You cannot, you cannot beat that at all. So everybody's no, 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 no. Nobody wants to hear me sing, and Holly is biased towards my singing voice. So yeah, but yeah, number three is my most favorite Christmas song as a song. You know, when done well, it's just I just love the song. But it's I love Josh Groban's "Oh Holy Night." I just love this song. I love his performance of it, and I think when me and Dwayne did it again, it was Celine Dion was my choice. I can't remember, but it just this great tenor voice, and this song's so powerful and so true. And the line "Thrill of Hope" is kind of where it was one of the bases for Christmas Clatter. It was kind of one of the things I've you know latched onto when I was putting the podcast together in its infancy, and that's part of the reason I tell everybody about keeping Christmas hope alive is based on the thrill of hope from "Oh Holy Night." And Josh Groban's always great to listen to, no matter what he's singing. But you know, his version of "Oh Holy Night" has been powerful and my favorites for this year. So, but I didn't see anybody. I saw one guess for my top song. I think Ken put Marshmallow World, Dean Martin. If anybody else wants to put in a guess for my top, I know we have two more to go. But if anybody else wants to put a guess in for my top 10 favorite Christmas songs, go ahead and because I'm going to bet you can't guess it. All right, number 2, the Christmas song Nat King Cole from 1946. This is just quintessential Christmas. You cannot go wrong with this song. If you're having a happy Christmas, the song fits. If you're having a sad Christmas, this song fits. Nat King Cole just pulls it off beautifully. Um, the little piano solo he does in it is just remarkable. Highly underrated piano player. Um, there's very limited footage of him playing piano, but if you get a chance to see it, yeah, it was my favorite song, wasn't it, Dwayne? Yeah, it was. This one was number one uh, last time, but it's still up there. It, it just the song can almost just make me cry at the drop of a hat, which isn't saying a whole lot. I'm an easy cry, you know, when it comes to things like that. There was a Google commercial at the Super Bowl that I never wanted to see again because it just tore me to pieces for whatever reason. But yeah, oh man, just a fantastic song by a fantastic artist and man. And you know, everybody's familiar with this song. There's been other people that have sung this song. Lots of people have sung this song. None have topped Nat King Cole, in my opinion. None have topped Nat King Cole. I just don't know what else to say about this song. It's just, you know, if it wasn't for this number one song, which kind of feels like it's going to come out left field right now, you know, it would be number one. So let's get to number one. I'm going to tell you this. This song has been one of my favorites for many years. It doesn't get enough love. It should be uh, higher on people's lists. When I hear the intro and the horns, I'm instantly transformed into the Christmas mood. I sing it a lot without being prompted. I seek it out to play it on purpose more than any other Christmas song on this list so far because I can't get enough of it. If you know me, you know I love Motown. Um, you know I love like Phil Spector and stuff. This fits in that genre. I believe it was came out 1970 by an artist that in general doesn't get enough love from anybody for being so great. And it's just a great Christmas love song that gives all the Christmas vibes and feels that you could want, you know. And I'm trying to guess, but got nothing. Yeah, and that's when I saw this was ended up number one. I was like, yeah, it seems odd, but it's my favorite, so it seems right. This Christmas, Donny Hathaway, my my favorite Christmas song. This has been my favorite Christmas song for a while. I sing it all the time. I hear those horns at the beginning, and I just instantly puts a smile on my face. This Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. I mean, what a great line that is. You know, it's like hang up the mistletoe. I'm going to get to know you better. What a great line by a great singer, you know. It's just a fantastic, fantastic Christmas song. I just can't get enough of it. It is, there's been other people cover the song, but come on. They usually like, the horns aren't quite right. They just can't top Donny Hathaway. He is such a great artist. And it just has that Motown feel and vibe. And man, I can't get enough of it. I cannot get enough of this song. And it's been like that for, oh, oh, Ken, my my friend. Yes, please, please go listen to this song. You, when you, I guarantee you, when you play it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I've heard it before. I almost guarantee it. It's played enough to where I think you'll know it once you hear it, but you might just not know it just by the name and the artist. But man, yeah, I already said yeah. That's a surprise. Yeah, I don't think this is in a lot of people's top 10. But for me, it is one that I just can't get enough of, and sometimes it's like, it's like I want to listen to some Christmas music, but I'm not really sure what I want to listen to. I go to this song, and that sends me in the right direction because from this song I can go like the what they call like the Christmas party mix, or I can go kind of down the more nostalgic Christmas road. It's like it's the perfect fork in the road. It's like I can get through this song, and by the time this song's over, either I'm happy and wanting to go down, more of the pop and party kind of Christmas playlist, or I'm feeling more nostalgic and kind of want to go down maybe like the crooners and the retro kind of playlist from the 40s, 50s, 60s. So this song is just a delightful song. Donny Hathaway has such a golden buttery voice. It is just you just can't top it at all. You cannot top it at all. And yeah, so that's my top 10 uh, all time favorite Christmas songs. I can say that I did put probably a little bit more thought in it than I thought I would, but there's just so many to list all together. It's like what I need to do probably is I used to have a playlist that was like almost 1,000 Christmas songs, and that almost gets to be too much because then things can get lost in the weeds. I think what I need to do is make like a either on Spotify or something, like a Christmas clatter playlist, but keep it like at 100 songs. You know, um, maybe more. Let's say let's say 150 songs. I don't know, something like that, and then just kind of keep it updated. It's like if one song gets added, then another has to come off, you know, and just to kind of see what sticks because there was lots of songs that I would say are my favorites. Morgan mentioned Muppets Christmas Carol, but Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem Orchestra's "Run Run Rudolph" is one of my favorites. Christmas songs. It didn't make my list here, but it is one of my favorite Christmas songs that I love listening to and playing. Legit, it is great. Stevie Wonder's Christmas songs are always fantastic. Um, I love listening to those. There's lots of other artists out there that I could just list off. It's like, yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. And I could just pull in all this stuff. I Merry Christmas, Darling by the Carpenters. You know, it's got to be on the list somewhere. And I can't really do an episode of 50 favorite Christmas songs. We'd be here all night. But yeah, yeah, it's um, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to get into. So yeah, Carol says one of my favorite songs is "Bells of Christmas Time" by Julie Andrews. Oh yeah, that's a great one. So, Ben says he hates all versions of Santa Baby except Miss Piggy's. Yeah, and see, I'm the same way with the 12 Days of Christmas. I'm not a big fan of that song unless it's the Muppets. Their version's pretty great, and but yeah, um, so maybe I could do like I won't be able to get it done for this Christmas, but through the summer I'll work on it, and I will get a um, playlist put together of. I'm just going to stay at 100 because that's a good 101. We'll do 101 Christmas songs, and I will call them essential Christmas songs, and throw them in the playlist there, and and I and then that way, if something comes along, it's got to earn its place in that list, and just not get thrown on there because it's a Christmas song by some artist we know. It's gotta be good enough to knock somebody else off. So yeah, Ken said he looked it up and he's heard it for sure. Yeah, yeah, man. Yep. I knew that would be the case. The song's played enough on TV and over the radio and over, you know, the Macy's music thing and stuff like that people's heard it before. So, yeah, Morgan saying a playlist would be great. Yeah, yeah, we'll do that. Christmas Clatters essential Christmas songs for 2023. 101. I like the 101. That way it's more than 100. 150 is kind of there comes a point of oversaturation where you're just throwing on songs to get to that number, and I'm just having all kinds of thoughts roll through my mind about a playlist. It's like, well, maybe I should get some people together, and we all determine what goes on the list. But it's got to fight its way on the list and all this stuff. So I don't know about any of it. I just might just do it myself just for simplicity's sake. But those are all ideas. So, guys, I will not keep you any longer. Thanks for joining me on this Sunday. Thanks for listening to my favorite Christmas songs, and thanks for being here. I will be back on Wednesday with Chris to talk about Christmas movies and other Christmas things, and to hang out with you guys as we get closer to the holidays. Uh, the Wednesday before Christmas will just be a special kind of Q&A, um, open forum kind of thing right before the holidays. And then I have one more idea I wanted to execute this year, and I'm going to try to get it done. It will probably have to come out in recorded video form. Um, so I need to be working on that as well. Don't forget, check out the official Ken. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. I will be there on Tuesday, December 20th, to go through the top 5 Christmas true crime events. True crime that took place on Christmas Day or right at the holidays. So we'll be going through all that with him. And trying to think if there's anything else missed. Oh, yes, our giveaway, ChristmasClatter.live/collection. If you want to enter a chance to win the Christmas Clatter Collection Starter Pack, where it's 3 of the 7 Firestone albums. Firestone albums are right here above my shoulder if you're watching on the YouTube video. And those we have 3 of the 7. Didn't want to give you the whole thing because you're going to start collecting, and then also a Funko Pop for sure if you want it, and maybe some other goodies that we decide to throw in there. And all you have to do is fill out a form. It's a random drawing. We'll be doing that on Wednesday. So, guys, thanks so much. Thanks, Ken, for enjoying the show and being here with me. It's good to see you, Ken. It's good to see you on YouTube again, my friend. I know you took some time off and made a move and things, but man, it is good to have you back and to see your face here on the YouTube again. You've been missed, but I completely understand about needing a break. I took a break most of this year for the first 6 months or so, and I definitely understand. It's good to have you, and thanks, Arnie and Doug. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. And Matt says, yes, the Holly and Ivy is one of the prettiest songs. Yeah, it is. I love the Holly and the Ivy. Has such a great melody line to it. It is one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites because of the melody is the Christmas Waltz. I like Frank's version, and I like Karen Carpenter's too. But that's another great song, and both those would definitely make our 101 list for sure. So, but guys, thank you again so much for joining me here on Christmas Clatter. We'll see you Wednesday and every day, actually, if you're keeping up with the Advent calendar. We're on YouTube every day, opening a new Advent calendar for toys mini brands, just kind of grabbing some little toys and things. So, but until I see you again, guys, remember, keep Christmas hope alive every day.